all to bring us as we're off in Week 9. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. So that'll back them up 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Mack. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third down, Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Mack, draw play. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. Eluded, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Dancing to his left. And got his man complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And some space here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a run with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They'll try to throw now. Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Now Brissett. Escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now Adam Vinatieri is into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
58 to Mike, 58.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
24. 58, come on.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Ready. 50, Mike, 50. I got you. I got you.
They run with Thomas. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st down, Colts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Ware. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's put that team on the hook.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They come up first and 10 at the 16. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Mike's 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So with fourth down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
No spacing. Go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. All day, every day, any day. 58's the Mike. 58.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
58, right over there.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, a run with Connor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Like 80.
58, come on.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run the draw play with Mack, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. Time to go. Night. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
First down, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch time. Tight end right. Four down.
Brissett. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And this one complete right side to Funchess. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Colts.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Campbell making the catch. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. Matt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Got it. 6 months, 26 months. Hey, come on now, come on now. Kill, weapon. Kill, let's go.
They go right back to Mack. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, this is Ware. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Pick 6, baby.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Come on, set. 6-1. That's trash. That's trash.
On first down, it's Mack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Brissett now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Safety's creeping.
Right back to Connor here on first. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 58's the money.
On third down, here's Samuels. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
230. I got you. I got you.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Black 30. Mike 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Steelers, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, They suffer their 4th loss so far, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.